we're losing about 1.5 or 2 minutes per day of sunlight. The sun is getting further and further in the southern sky, so the angle of the sun's different. And then your temperatures are starting to moderate a little bit. Cooler nights, not getting those super hot days like we had. Normally, also in the fall time of the year, the water levels are starting to fall a little bit, and the thermoclines are dissipating. So you got a lot of different things going on that the bass react to, but what all this does more than anything else is it really scatters the bass out, and it puts them in a wide range of positions within a lake based upon the water clarity of the lake. Now, water clarity in the fall time of the year is super, super critical in terms of where you have to look for to catch bass at, because the cleaner the water that you have in a lake, the more options the bass have. So let's say, for example, here in the Ozarks where I live at, some of the lakes around my house, like Beaver Lake and Table Rock and Bull Shoals Lake, depending upon the conditions and the part of the lake you're in, you may have 8 to 10 foot of clarity in some areas. And if you fish maybe in Oklahoma, where you've got dirtier water, like Lake Eufaula, Oklahoma, Grand Lake, all that type of stuff, you don't have those clear water options. So the more clear water you have, the more different depth ranges a fish can use. So in a clear water lake, and when I talk about clear water, let's talk about fall fishing in terms of water clarity. Let's talk about water visibility over 4 feet, water visibility between 2 to 4 feet, and water visibility under 2 feet. Let's classify it in those 3 areas. If you have a lake that has water visibility over 4 foot, you can have bass this time of year on the bottom as deep as 50 or 60 feet. You may have fish suspended over deep water, 5, 10, 15, 20 foot deep, suspended over deeper water. Like, for example, at Table Rock right now, you may have some treetops that are growing out of 90 foot of water, and they come maybe 30 foot to the surface, and the fish could be suspended at those treetops. Then you may have some fish sitting on a point in 20 foot of water, and you may have some fish up cruising looking for bluegills in 2 foot of water. So in a clear water lake in the fall time of the year, October, November, you got a lot of stuff going on. Now, as the water clarity decreases, you start to lose those options a little bit. Now, let's say if you go to the 2 to 4 foot clarity zone, which most lakes in the country have got that type of clarity somewhere on the lake. When you start getting into a little bit more stained water, the fish react to that as well, and they may not move quite as deep. Instead of getting down 50 or 60 feet, 25 to 40 may be the max. There'll probably be fewer suspended fish too. The fish